and thanks for staying with us. Customs continue to generate more revenue for the nation through the introduction of B-Odogu by the government. Also on customs reports, the Nigerian Customs Service continues to seize consignment from smugglers operating along the nation's borderline. Plus, more reports. I am Igisebe Ejie. Stay tuned. More commands in the country are generating more revenue for the nation. The B-Odogu system introduced by the custom is generating more revenue for the nation's economy. The B-Odogu system has further increased government revenue in the country.
History of frustration and dissatisfaction that we've had with NICES, we took that bold decision that we are going to start on a fresh note. We are going to develop a new system that will take care of all the challenges that we've had, all the frustrations that we've had with the previous systems for over almost 20 years. And that was why our officers working with the service providers started to develop a new system. And what we had was what we christened Bodogu. And I think we all need to understand how we came with a new concept that is inward-looking, that is indigenous, that reflects our aspiration to put at our border a very, very robust system. Robust as Odogu, visible as Odogu, powerful as Odogu, that can handle, so that has the resilience that can handle the complexity and the volume of international trade. That is why we coined that system, Odogu at the border. The B stands for border, representing anything that you process within Nigerian border, and then you have Odogu. So Bodogu is the border at Odogu. So I don't want us to start pronouncing it as an English acronym. It is African, it is Nigeria, it is Bodogu. We are not deceiving ourselves thinking that this is going to be a walk in the park. When we launched it at PTML, a relatively smaller command, we experienced a number of glitches, and they are not surprising. And as we experienced those glitches, we had a very, very strong and helpful implementation team that was on hand to address some of these challenges. Have we finished? Are we done with those challenges? I would say yes, I would say no. There are some of them that we have been able to address, but there are some that we carried that were still carrying over to this place. Are we going to wait until we completely finish addressing those issues before we deploy? We felt that the timelines that we had, is very tight, so we can begin the development and deployment of these systems in other places. And along the line, we would also be addressing the challenges that they raise. With your cooperation, with your support, with your understanding, we will together address all those challenges. I need to bring your memories back to sometimes in 2013, 2014. We walked this same route together with you. This is not the first time we are experiencing this kind of glitches when we are transitioning from one system to the other. When these same service providers decided to stall the implementation of PAR in 2013, these were the kind of problems that we had. But we stood together. We said we are going to confront those challenges together. And 2-3 months after, all the backlog of Form M that they use to create glitches into our systems, we were able to summon them. We were able to upload all of them into the new system that was also developed by the Nigeria Customs Service officers in conjunction with some partners at that time. And that was how we were able to overcome that problem. I want to believe that this time we are even standing stronger. And our spirit, our resolve to work together is even stronger than it was 10 years ago. because now you have one of your own as Controller General, and I believe that working together we will achieve this.
You are watching the program Customs Report. The Customs Area Controller in charge of Tinkan Customs Command has declared that B. Odogu's system has come to stay. He made the declaration when he held a media session with journalists in Lagos. He speaks more on a number of issues.
The Tinkan Island Port Customs Area Controller, Comptroller Frank Onyeka, says that the Indigenous Customs Unified Management System, otherwise known as B. Odogu, has come to stay. This assertion was made weekend during a media parley with some maritime journalists at Tinkan Island Port Headquarters in Lagos. Comptroller Onyeka, who used the opportunity to highlight the essence of the indigenous technology, said that the platform has come to correct some of the lacuna in Nigeria Integrated Customs Information System, NICIS, insisting that NICIS was absolutely controlled by the foreigners. He emphasized that with B. Odogu, customs clearance procedures and processes will be seamless, while noting that the essence was to ensure that containers are released within a short period of time. Comptroller Onyeka, who paid a glowing tribute to the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, MFR, for his innovation and leadership style, insisted that such has resulted in the huge successes recorded in Nigerian Customs Service today, especially in the areas of revenue generation, trade facilitation, anti-smuggling, and stakeholders' engagements, among others.
We have gone through the goings on here, and as somebody who came in as a DC later, to the glory of God, by the grace of Bashir Olawale Adeniyi, MFR, PS Daga, made me a controller. I need to still do things that have never been done before. I came here as a DC, it has never happened. And I'm having lunch with the media, and nothing has ever happened. To that extent, therefore, I will tell you good afternoon and welcome. When we came in last year, glory to God, honor to Mary, those of us who are Catholics, and glory to Bashir Olawale Adeniyi, my de facto CDC, MFR, PS Daga, who saw me worthy to be here. And I need to equally appreciate the media. The reason I'm having this with you is a good number of you had given me more than sufficient support. Your reportage, which have been very critical, your engagements would have been thought-provoking, your ideas, your advice had brought us thus far. We came in through the feedback I had from a good number of you seated here. I hit the ground running. Yes, I had engagement with other critical stakeholders like you. We had engagement with shipping companies, we had engagement with the trading public, our partners, and it was brought to the fore that certain anomalies were happening here that I was advised to address. What were they? Multiple alerts, by the grace of God, is gone and gone forever. Indiscriminate picking of containers by enforcement without recourse to due process has gone and gone forever. And consistent engagement with critical stakeholders by the press is an ongoing thing. Remember that when somebody asked me outside that how do I intend surpassing the record of my predecessor, who did institutionally very well, now ACG Derek Nadi did superbly well. When I was having this discussion with somebody, said, how do you intend to do it? I said, I'm going to leverage on the existing rapprochement between him as a PRO and the media. I didn't say I was going to do something out of the ordinary technically as a cosmosa. I said I was going to build on the existing rapprochement existing between my predecessor and the media.
We continue with other reports in the Nigerian Customs Service this week.
The Nigerian Customs Service (NCS) and the Indian Customs Administration have reaffirmed their commitment to bolstering bilateral cooperation as both sides held high-level talks on the sidelines of the 92nd World Customs Organization WCO Policy Commission in Brussels on June 25, 2025. Nigeria's Comptroller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, led his delegation to a strategic meeting with Mr. Sojit Bhujbal, a senior official from India's Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs, CBIC. The session served as a follow-up to the Customs Mutual Administration Agreement, CMAA, inked by both nations in November 2024, reviewing milestones and mapping out new action points. At the heart of their conversation were pressing customs challenges, including valuation disputes, abusive transfer pricing, and integration of customs and tax systems, key priorities outlined in the CMAA. Both nations also spotlighted the ongoing fight against substandard pharmaceutical products flooding global markets. The two leaders applauded recent successful interceptions in Nigeria, attributing the victories to improved intelligence sharing and coordinated enforcement efforts. He further emphasized the importance of shared data platforms and collaborative risk management frameworks in modern customs administration, noting that enhanced cooperation would strengthen trade integrity, boost revenue assurance, and protect public health. The meeting marks another stride in Nigeria's push for strategic international partnership aimed at strengthening border controls, improving trade facilitation, and enhancing national economic security. Similarly, the meeting between Nigeria's Comptroller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, and India's top customs official, Mr. Sojit Bhujbal, revisited the landmark Customs Mutual Administrative Agreement, CMAA, signed during the Indian Prime Minister's state visit to Nigeria in 2024. The agreement, hailed as a milestone in Nigeria's India relations, established a structured framework for mutual assistance, intelligence sharing, and capacity building initiatives. Speaking at the session, Mr. Bhujbal described Nigeria as a pivotal African partner, emphasizing India's readiness to intensify collaboration on critical customs issues. The engagement formed part of the high-level deliberations at the WCO Policy Commission, a global forum where customs chiefs shape policy directions, set enforcement benchmarks, and promote efficient trade facilitation standards. Nigeria's active presence at the summit signals its drive towards international best practices, improved border management, and the modernization of its customs operations. The House of Representatives Committee on Customs and Excise has approved the sum of 1.132 trillion naira as a proposed 2025 budget of the Nigerian Customs Service (NCS), marking a significant step forward in the service's commitment to enhancing national revenue, trade facilitation, and anti-smuggling. The budget proposal, presented on Monday, 23 June 2025, by the Comptroller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, represented by the Deputy Comptroller General in charge of Finance, Administration, and Technical Services, DCG Mohammed Jibo, was favorably received and adopted by the committee. According to the Comptroller General, the NCS has an ambitious revenue target of 6.584 trillion naira for the 2025 fiscal year. This includes 3.85 trillion naira for the Federation accounts, 1.081 trillion naira for the non-Federation accounts, and 1.650 trillion naira from import value added tax VAT.
Budget objectives and strategies to improve revenue generation in 2025. The Management of Nigerian Customs Service is considerably determined to ensure that the 2025-27 fiscal strategy plan scales through successfully to achieve the set targets. The service proposed a budget of 1.132 trillion for the 2025 fiscal year, which will be sourced from the following items: 4% FOB for 2024, 1.070 trillion. 2% VAT shares of NCS, 33.01 billion. Then we have funds for the ongoing capital projects. The expected funds will be utilized as follows. Personnel cost, 247.16 billion, that's 21.82%. Overhead cost, 239.97 billion, representing 21.19%. Capital cost, 645.42 billion, representing 56.99%. The total 1.132 trillion. The detailed breakdown of the expenditure of personnel, overhead, and capital costs are outlined in Appendixes 1, 2, and 3, respectively, of the main report. On this, the appendices are here. That's why I jumped the explanations of just overhead, capital, and personnel costs. So through the appendices 1, 2, and 3, they can be checked.
At the end of the sitting, the NCS reaffirmed its commitment to legislative compliance and fiscal transparency. The service further expressed appreciation for the continued support of the National Assembly and reaffirmed that it would work closely with relevant authorities to ensure its operations remain within the ambit of the law, while also deploying legally sustainable avenues for funding its critical reform and modernization initiatives.
Please stop us! The medicals! Into the country! Dismiss!
Seme Customs nets 3.57 billion naira revenue January to May 2025, facilitates exports worth 47 billion naira. As Comptroller Aramalugo laments 7 years power outage at ECOWAS building. The Customs Area Controller, Seme Area Command, Comptroller Ben Aramalugo, has disclosed that between January and May 2025, the command generated over 3.57 billion naira in revenue and facilitated export consignments of 220,300 metric tons, valued at 47 billion naira free on board FOB. Comptroller Aramalugo stated this when he received the zonal coordinator of the Nigerian Customs Service NCS Zone 8 Lagos, Assistant Controller General Charles Obi, on Wednesday, 25th June 2025, on a working visit to the Seme Area Command.
That your leadership continue to inspire us to achieve excellence in our duties. There is one great thing that I admire about you. Your humility, your passion for the job. No big manism in your relationship with custom officers. When we call you on phone, you pick our call. We send you message, you reply. That is the hallmark of an excellent leader. Thank you. We are privileged to have you. Revenue generation is a cornerstone of our operation, contributing significantly to the Nigerian economic development. Through different enforcement, risk management, and compliance strategies, the command has consistently delivered impressive revenue figures. The bargain unit ensures proper duty collection on personal effects, while the TLS unit facilitates seamless trade under the ECOWAS framework, minimizing revenue leakages. Our efforts in blocking illicit financial flows safeguard the nation's fiscal interests. And I want to inform you that as I last said even before I came, the revenue target was 6 billion. And this area command collected 1.164 billion. Yes. Yes, 7 billion. Yes, 7 billion. Now this year, we have a target of 8.5 billion in 2025. But so far, we have collected 3.309 billion. And I'm hoping that before the year runs out, we'll be able to meet the target by the grace of God.
Amen.
And I'm sure members of the management team will also assure you that we'll just do that.
ACG Obi charged officers and men of the command to continue upholding professionalism, integrity, and innovation, stressing that the bar has been raised for Zone A. He expressed confidence in the ability of Seme Command and other units under the zone to not only sustain but surpass current achievements in service to the nation.
That the substantial improvement to officers' welfare are on the pipeline. The service understands that its greatest asset is human capacity and capital. You who made the Nigerian Customs Service a great department, our dedicated officers, we are proud of you. These upcoming enhancements reflect the commitment of the service to officers' well-being and professional growth. The commitment of the service and the belief that when its officers are well taken care of, their motivation and productivity will naturally soar, leading to even greater overall achievements. The success of our mandate, revenue generation, trade facilitation, and national security depends heavily on seamless collaboration. The synergy between the commands within the zone and our partnership with sister agencies must be strengthened to optimize our performance, even in this command, Seme Command. These collaborative efforts will enhance our effectiveness in tackling contemporary customs challenges while ensuring national security. Looking ahead, the service identified 7 strategic forum areas that will shape the operations in 2025, which are the full development of trade modernization initiatives for the outstanding and impeccable projects in the command, including the COA building, which I've already mentioned, upgrading of the sports complex, and the recent execution and commissioning of the officers' mess, all underscoring the command's commitment to excellence under the CGC's visionary programs. I must say that we are very, very proud of you, because within this short period, you have made remarkable impact on the command. And I will beg you to even extend it to the general social corporate responsibility as enshrined by the Nigerian Customs Service leader, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi. Your anti-smuggling activities is equally commendable with the large quantity of hard drugs you have seized recently, the foreign currency you seized, and other unwholesome customs goods. We are very proud of you, and we will plead that you keep it up and do the Nigerian Customs Service proud. As we move forward, the bar has been set for Zone A to make it higher than what it was previously. Our achievements, impressive as they may be, should not serve as a stepping stone rather than a resting point. We must leverage our strategic importance to push beyond these accomplishments, innovating and adapting to meet the evolving demands of our nation's economic and security needs. Each one of us are vital as far as contribution to this well-being of the department is concerned, to play a pivotal role on the journey of excellence. Your dedication, integrity, and professionalism are the driving forces behind our success. Together, let us embrace these opportunities and challenges with renewed vigor and commitment. The future of our service is bright, and I am confident that with your continued support and dedication to your work, we achieve even greater milestones in the whole year 2025. May the good Lord continue to bless all of us. May the good Lord continue to bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Mark his wonderful visit to this command, and I hope his visit will bring new things, new change of attitude, and as he's going back, that God will guide and protect him.
Bodogu is very, very good for the country. It's evolving. In short, it has advanced to the extent that every revenue that is supposed to come into the department's coffer is coming in right now without any form of error, no delay, and is swift. That should be the best for a country like ours when it comes to customs activities and revenue generation. All of them are so glad because of the fact that we were able to, at the end of the day, deploy a formidable equipment for the management and implementation of revenue generation.
He came to us, he advised us, we listened to his words of wisdom, and we were able to tell him our humble achievements and our challenges. And we hope that he will go back to the management and relate our news. We also use the opportunity to tell him, to tell the CGC that we appreciate what he's doing. We appreciate all the innovative reforms he has brought to custom. We have never had it so good. We want to use the opportunity for him to thank him, that we appreciate, and we will give him all support and loyalty for him to succeed.
Just before I round up this week edition of the program Customs Report, we brought you a report where B. Odogu of the Nigerian Customs Service has continued to generate more revenue for the country. And also, the management of the Nigerian Customs Service said that the Nigerian Customs Service will continue to implement all government policies as approved by Mr. President. For me, Egeseme Edine, thanks for watching.